Hi there, my name is Isabella, and I'm from Sam Arnett's Entrepreneurship and Global Challenges class. This is a video recorded presentation for our Assessment 2 video presentation. So today we'll be talking about a brand called KITSCH. Now, what is KITSCH? Well, KITSCH is a global beauty and lifestyle brand founded in 2010 by Cassandra Thurswell at 25 in Los Angeles, California. It began as a home based handmade hair tie business sold door to door, which then grew into a beauty powerhouse with incredible international footprint spanning over 27 countries with over 27,000 retail locations worldwide. Kitsch expanded their business throughout countries such as the United States, Canada, Europe, including countries such as United Kingdom, Germany, France, Denmark, Italy, Netherlands, and Spain, and Asia Pacific, including Singapore and Australia. Kitsch can be found in many leading retail locations such as Ulta Beauty, Sephora, Target, Nordstrom, Whole Foods, Urban Outfitters, Mecca, and so on, through their strategic partnerships. Of course, it is unlikely that they would only be selling handmade hair ties in such a big scale and in so many retail stores, but they have expanded their product portfolio into over 320 SKUs encompassing solid shampoos, conditioner bars, heatless styling tools, satin pillowcases, and comprehensive beauty accessories. With that being said, I got curious and took the liberty to take a deeper dive into Kitsch's origin and history to see how they've managed to scale their business into such a successful and well known business like it is now. And through all the research, I found out that Kitsch started out in the USA, specifically in Los Angeles in 2010, but only officially expanded outside the US market and into English speaking markets such as Canada, Australia, and the UK in 2016. Then, by 2020, they managed to expand their business further into more than 27 countries across Europe, Asia Pacific, and beyond, which is extremely impressive and within a decade's time. This would mean that according to the Uppsala internationalization process model, we learned that in our week 6 lecture about the internalization patterns and mentioned by Johnson and Volney, Kitsch is incremental rather than born global. This is because we can clearly see a gradual and steady expansion starting out in the markets with a short psychic distance, which are those closer geographically and culturally, before moving into more distant ones, which also shows how Kitsch expansion journey perfectly illustrates the establishment chain, showing that they're committed to slowly entering markets by analyzing their costs and risks based on market characteristics and taking into consideration their own resources when expanding. Now, let's talk about the founder herself. Who is Cassandra Thurswell? Well, Thurswell studied BS in retail merchandising in University of Minnesota, professional development in April, manufacturing management, which is FIDM, with various internship experiences in the jewelry and retail sector, including Christian Dior. Fun fact, Thurswell actually overcame 7 failed business ventures before launching Kitsch. Apart from that, she also has a customer centric vision that allows her to have a deep understanding of her customer needs, particularly in the Middle America region. With her deep understanding, Kitsch came up with their brilliant product innovation of their revolutionary solid shampoo and conditioner bars that eliminate plastic packaging. As seen on PR Newswire, with Kitsch selling 1 bar every 5 seconds and capturing 80.5% of the solid hair care category, it really shows that Kitsch has mastered the ownership advantage part of the Ollie paradigm taught in our week 5 lecture about foreign market entry choices. Apart from that innovation, their heatless curling technology that addresses environmental and hair health concerns attracted a large pool of consumers who are also interested in being environmentally conscious. With that, their sustainable material integration, including the use of satin, rice water, protein, and eco friendly packaging, can be equally as appealing. Besides that, Kitsch's operational capabilities include their them having a self funded business model with no outside investment, maintaining complete ownership and control. Their retailer specific products curation strategy also allows them to customize offerings across different retail partners, and no doubt, Thurswell's leadership, resilience, and industry specific education and experience are critical intangible assets to ensure that this firm internationalizes. Of course, we can't dismiss Kij's incredible social media presence, particularly on TikTok and Instagram, with their data driven customer acquisition strategies that gives them the upper hand, not only because they're solving problems with their social media strategy, but converting them into sales. Now back to the slides. But with every success comes with its resource deficits and challenges during its internationalization journey. This includes Kij's sustainability criticism. And believe it or not, the company actually faces greenwashing accusations from environmental advocates due to the contradiction between sustainability messaging and the sales of plastic accessories like their Hello Kitty headbands and their glitter claw clips, which represents a potential brand authenticity challenge in environmentally conscious international markets. However, after further research, this accusation's reliability seems to be low, as Kitsch claims that their Hello Kitty headbands are actually made of satin and plush, and the glitter claw clips are made of recycled marble acrylic, therefore undermining that accusation. Apart from that, their product quality issues may pose as a challenge for them as well. This is because there have been some consumers who have reported their hair damage concerns with certain formulations, particularly with the rice water protein shampoo bar, causing increased hair shedding or breakages. At the same time, the possibility that it may be the shampoo formulation that doesn't work well with a certain hair or scalp types. However, kids would have to ensure that they have or do more tests or state clearly which hair type suits which type of shampoo in order to mitigate this issue. And lastly, the market competition intensity of the highly saturated $25 billion global hair accessory market may pose as a challenge for Kitsch as well. With established competitors such as Goody, Sunshi, and Invisibobble, which would require Kitsch to do and have more continuous innovations and marketing investments. After hearing all that, that must be the reason why they chose to expand further, right? Well, not all of it. Among the push factors, which is what drove Kitsch's international expansion, includes the US market saturation. As the beauty and hair accessory market becomes increasingly competitive and saturated, causing Kitsch to want to seek opportunities elsewhere. And in this case, international markets offering untapped customer bases. Apart from that, in order for Kitsch to compete against larger establishment brands, they may have to figure out a way to achieve economies of scale, and by expanding into other countries, they get to increase their production volume and cost efficiencies, sustaining their profitability. Lastly, diversifying their risks by utilizing geographical diversifications, they get to reduce dependence solely on the US market and provide protection against domestic downturns or regulatory changes. This aligns with the concept of deglobalization and decoupling we learned through Week 4's lecture materials. Moving on to the factors that attracted Kitsch to internationalize, which includes the growing beauty consciousness, which aligns perfectly with the location advantages in the Ollie paradigm mentioned by Lauf and Schwenz, stating that Kitsch's smart move of targeting international markets with growing beauty consciousness and rising disposable income, particularly among millennials and Gen Z, shows how critical of a location advantage Kitsch possesses. Apart from that, the sustainability trend of consumers preferring more sustainable and eco friendly beauty products definitely gives Kitsch a tremendous upper hand, seeing as their entire brand revolves around being sustainable with their plastic free solid bars. Furthermore, Kitsch's digital infrastructure and social media presence allows them to easily penetrate into host markets with accessible distribution channels, which is definitely also a key location advantage. Lastly, Kitsch's partnership with major retail locations provides them market entry support and demonstrating a functional entrepreneurial ecosystem as published by STEM and Ben de Ven. All right. As for my outlook for KITSCH's internationalization journey 5 years from now, includes both their opportunities and their challenges. Among the opportunities include their potential market expansion, as their hair accessories market is projected to reach $46.64 billion by 2033, while broader beauty accessories market could reach up to $66.17 billion by 2032, having KITSCH being well positioned to capture significant market share through international expansion. Apart from that, Kitsch's sustainability leadership sees a growing demand for eco friendly products and circular economy solutions, aligning with Kitsch's current solid bar innovations and packaging reduction initiatives. As for the challenges they might face in the next 5 years, include their supply chain complexity, as managing more than 27 international markets requires substantial amounts of focus towards their supply chain management in order to ensure that their business moves smoothly. Last but not least, Kitsch might have to be faced with their brand authenticity, as in their ability to maintain a sustainable brand positioning while scaling operations, balancing both growth and environmental commitments. In conclusion, Kitsch's internationalization journey demonstrates successful incremental expansion driven by strong founder leadership, production innovation, and strategic market entry. The company's evolution from a one person operation selling handmade hair ties to a $260 million global beauty brand demonstrates the power of customer centric innovations. All in all, Kitsch proves to be the perfect example of a successful international venture for this assignment. Thank you for listening.